Good morning, Manchester. Here's Peter White.
I know that, dude.
All right, let's do this. It's Thursday morning, everyone. Good morning, Manchester. It's the morning show coming at you live from downtown Manchester at 95.3 FM WMNH, Manchester's only downtown radio station. Thirsty Thursday, folks. All right, we have 40 degrees outside right now. What was a beautiful sunrise this morning? But I think it just gets worse from here. Darryl Dion is here to explain.
Good morning, Peter. Yeah, it's getting worse.
Right, it's going to rain.
It's going to rain.
It's going to rain.
Sun to rain.
All right, okay. But it was a beautiful sunrise this morning.
It was beautiful, yeah.
A beautiful spring.
It's pretty mild out there.
Yeah, it is. No wind downtown right now, so it feels like summer.
Doesn't feel like downtown Chicago.
That's right. All right. You asked for it. Eazy-G is here.
By the way, just a chance of showers today. Don't let the gloomy weather get you down.
Don't let the gloomy weather get you down.
In 2 weeks, Taco Tour is coming to town.
All right. Well, now, when you're holding up that sign, you can't hear you talk because
The Taco Tour is coming to town 2 weeks. Hopefully, we'll have nice 75-degree weather like we're going to have tomorrow.
Oh, right. Okay,
A little chance of rain tomorrow, though, but there is a 75-degree weather.
Right. This is going to be the biggest, best taco tour the city has ever seen, I think.
I think it's going to be better than last year.
I do, too. I think it actually goes out of Elm Street, and a lot of people are taking part in this great event.
The Eazy-G will be in attendance.
You will be attending.
First time ever.
Really?
Yep.
Now, you're not going to have any tacos, though.
No, just going for the entertainment, take the trolleys.
Okay.
I can bump into. There'll be a lot of people.
Yeah, there's trolley service to take you to all these places.
At least one.
Right. It's awesome.
It's gonna be a rock wall.
A rock wall.
Yep, live music.
What's a
with
rock
all the
wall?
tacos. It's just gonna be the best. Like you say, I agree with it. It's gonna be the best event to kick off the.
I think so.
Summer of fun.
In 2 weeks from today,
4 to 9.
all the fun begins. That week.
Be there or be square.
All right. That week that we come back, Darryl was explaining to me, is a very busy week because we have the Seeds of Hope fashion show that Friday.
Oh my God, forgot about that.
We have the taco tour that Thursday. What else do we have?
Well, that same night as the taco tour, we're going to have another episode of Weekly Dion.
Oh, the Weekly Dion. That's right. You guys will be doing it while the taco tour is going on?
Yeah.
Wow.
It'll be a live report.
Oh, right. A live report. Maybe I'll call in be your guy on the street.
That would be great.
Mike Doyle's going to do his Kentucky
Man
Derby
of the
picks
street.
Right.
on the third there.
Yes, on third, we got the Kentucky Derby picks coming. We're going to have, I believe, former police chief Nick Willard is going to be back on the third. We got a lot going on. We have your birthday party that you're throwing for yourself
That's
here.
right, Amanda McCarthy in the house, 13 days.
So we have that going on. That's crazy.
I think it's going to be one of the best shows ever in the Peter White history.
Really? You think the best?
Yeah,
really?
the best. Yeah.
Why? Because it's your birthday?
No, it's because there's going to be a lot of people in the house.
Okay, if you think so.
Standing room only. I think Pauly C's going to show up, he says.
Oh, really? All right. It'd be great to see Pauly C again.
He's the music man, he says.
Pauly was here yesterday.
Yeah, it's good to see him. I haven't seen him in a month of Sundays at least.
A month of Sundays.
That's a long time.
I love that new saying.
It's a new saying?
I stole it from somebody. I heard it from somebody.
Really?
It's been a while. I've seen the guy, so it was nice to see him, even for a few minutes.
You love Pauly C, do you?
I saw Mike Martineau earlier, and I said, did the show get better when I left? He goes, yep.
That's right. Got a lot better.
That's what he said.
Let's welcome Pauly C.
Pauly's not really here, but I just wanted to play it anyway. So, Derek Hodgman, good morning to you in the Facebook Live room. He has a question for you, Ease.
Okay.
He says, are you signing autographs at the taco event?
I do not do autographs now.
Why wouldn't you do autographs?
I'll do fist bumps, though.
Fist bumps.
Has anybody ever asked you for an autograph?
Yeah, my number one fan, Lisa.
Really? An autograph?
Yeah, I said, no, I don't do
She
autographs.
walks around with an autograph book?
No, I don't do autographs. I told her that. I laughed at it.
Okay. Fair enough. Fair enough, Easy. Fair enough.
I'm not that big of a celebrity. Come on.
Really? You think you are, though, don't you?
A little celebrity.
Uh-huh.
Not as big as Michael Martin, though.
Really? Would you say you're Manch famous?
No.
No, you don't think you're Manch famous?
No, this is
Well, people know you in town. That would make you match famous.
Right.
I guess so.
Why don't you just admit it? All of a sudden, you're humbled today? You come in here with
The
the...
humility doesn't suit you.
Right.
I don't do autographs
Well, why wouldn't you do autographs?
because that's ridiculous.
Well, what do you mean it's ridiculous?
Only for the real famous people.
Okay, if you say that. All right. All right, the phone lines are open all morning long, 250-6007. Again, good morning to Derek Hodgman. Brian Jalbert, good morning to you. Angela Philbrook up early this morning. Good morning, Angela. And Amy Hazard King, good morning to you. And very exciting on this Thursday as we count down to a vacation. We're not going to be here next week.
No, we're not.
So, Ease, you don't have to show up at all.
Yeah, I heard that.
Okay, well, I just wanted to make sure. I didn't want to get a call at, 6:45 saying, where are you?
Yeah, I think I heard that story. Thank you.
Okay, why are you whispering?
I don't know.
Right, you're on the radio. You want to,
Oh, I think I've heard that story.
you have.
You want me to give the Monarchs update?
Well, I have a feeling you're going to give it to us anyway.
All right, there was
I think you better.
501 fans in the building last night. It was completely ridiculous.
501 fans?
Yep, that's what one of the fans told me.
Really?
Well, one of the fans told Michael, and he told me.
Were you guys busy at the food area?
Of course not. It was funny.
Oh, okay, well, I didn't know what it was.
But the
500.
Monarchs won in overtime, so they had 3-0, and they wrap it up on Good Friday, and then they can move on to the second round, which is unbelievable because this team's been.
They got to win Friday, though, right?
This team's been like a last place all season. So it's a miracle they're in the playoffs.
Is anyone paying attention?
Apparently not, but we had a hot
501 people are.
We had a hot sports night last night because Darryl's going to get into that, but because the Celtics and Bruins rolled in the playoffs,
Yeah?
and the Fisher Cats were on the road, and and the Patriots schedule got released, so everything was on the board last night.
Oh, yeah.
They're playing the Pittsburgh, and the first game is September 8th, and that's going to be their banner night.
That is, now who, you're getting us confused. Look, what team are you talking about?
Patriots. September
Okay.
8th.
Who are they playing?
Pittsburgh.
Pittsburgh what?
The team from Pittsburgh.
The
Okay.
Steelers.
The Steelers.
Oh, you're trying to get them.
I was
Okay.
trying to get it out of
That's
them.
Scumpy's team.
It is Scumpy's team.
So that'll be banner night, September 8th, 8:30
The
on
Pittsburgh
NBC.
Steelers.
Yep.
That's a Sunday night game, right?
Yep. And the
Wow.
first game will be September 5th on a Thursday. The Chicago Bears are going to be hosting the
Good.
Green Bay
We'll
Packers.
see you in September then.
The 100th anniversary of football.
Okie dokie.
Is that it?
Yeah, so it was a big night in sports, and Darryl's going to.
All right, Daryl. Yeah, playoff action, right?
Yeah, Celtics, actually, they had a terrific fourth quarter, came back to beat Indiana 99-91. The Bruins also won.
Yep.
I can't recall the score. I think it was 6-4, maybe.
Yep.
Yeah, thank you, Eric. And sadly, the Sox lost. They were up 3-0 thanks to a couple of home runs. But it was funny, too. I just tuned it in at the exact time that Gardner hit the grand slam.
Okay.
Yeah, and that just about ended the game.
Yeah, the Yankees want to beat us up now.
Yeah, 5-3.
Oh, boy.
Yeah, they're having a tough start. 6-13 start.
So 6
Right.
and 14 now.
6 and 14, Daryl.
Whatever it is, it's
I
awful.
love being corrected during my report.
Oh, I'm
Right.
sorry.
Just stop it.
Sorry. Whatever the record is, they stink.
Wow.
Okay, generally
You've
it
already
goes from-
jumped off the bandwagon? You gave up already?
No, I didn't give up, but they stink.
Well, what if they get better? You'll be right back up there saying
Yeah.
they're great.
They're in last place, so.
Oh, well.
Who cares?
They're world champions, though, right?
Yes, they are.
Okay.
Yeah.
You can still say they're the world champion Boston Red
No,
Sox.
technically, they're not, though.
I think
Well,
they've kind of
technically
been
they are.
resting on their laurels.
Right.
You know, they haven't woken up yet. I think they'll be okay. I don't know if they're going to win the division, but I think they'll be okay.
World Series hangover.
Yeah, you want to have any what?
World Series hangover.
And I
World
guess
Series
the
hangover.
Fisher Cats win, Eric?
They did.
Thank you.
All right. So is it going to rain hard today? Is it really going to? It's already gloomy outside.
No.
What happened?
Chance of showers this afternoon.
Yeah, I don't think it's going to be real bad.
Okay.
For Saturday's a washout, though.
Saturday's a washout.
Friday's an off and on rain.
Okay.
And maybe Sunday morning. But Monday is supposed to be 70 degrees, and tomorrow off and on rain is going to be 75.
This is ridiculous.
All right. Let's move on, Ease. Are you ready?
Yep.
All right. We have April 18th. It's almost, it's only 2 days away till Darryl's milestone birthday.
Oh, you know what's on that day as well? I thought I heard it this week.
420?
There's a special, like, I'm not sure what it's about. I think it's on IFC network.
Okay.
It's a 420 thing, and
Oh, gnarly!
yeah, exactly,
People celebrate that day.
exactly. I didn't know about what its meaning was till probably a decade ago.
Marijuana day.
Right. 420.
Interesting birthday.
Yeah, you didn't even know it.
No.
I wonder what was invented, who was here first? Which came first, 420 or Darryl Dion?
I think me.
Really?
I think 420 started sometime in the 60s.
Oh, okay.
And I think it's specifically at Berkeley.
Right.
You know, they were taking their 420 break.
Brian Jalbert says Eric's making this place gloomy. I hear you, Brian.
I'll be leaving in for 40 minutes. So
Hey, I hear you, Brian. Sure is gloomy in here since Eric got here. All right, April 18th, right?
Yes.
Thursday.
Yes.
Monday, Thursday.
It's Get to Know Your Customers Day.
All right.
All right. Now, do you have any customers, Eric?
I did see a bus driver the other day at Creamland, so I know 2 people now.
All right. Well,
I've seen you there lately. I've been looking high and low.
really, for me.
Right. You said you're going to come, and I haven't seen you.
Okay. So you're calling me out right now.
Yep. I haven't seen your daughter either, so she's listening.
Well, we haven't been. It's been raining on Mondays.
And you
Brooklyn
won't be here
Mike.
next Monday because you're going to be in Florida.
Right. Maybe you'll see me. Will you keep looking for me?
Well, I'm not going to see you next week if you're in Florida.
Okay. You don't have to yell at me.
But if your daughter's listening, Abigail, I haven't seen you either.
Oh, yeah?
Yep. She said she was going to come visit. So.
All right. It's International Amateur Radio Day.
All right.
Okay.
Is there a lot of amateur radio guys?
I don't know. I like to think we're professional.
Absolutely. Nothing amateur about this.
Right.
Of course not.
This is a real deal.
Is it like maybe they're talking about the ham radios?
Well, I don't know. It's showing a picture of a boombox
Okay.
with one speaker.
Yike.
Yeah, not too cool.
No.
International Day for Monuments and Sites. That could mean anything.
Yeah, absolutely.
Well, National Ask an Atheist Day.
Ask an
there any
atheist what?
You can ask them anything.
Anything. Do you believe?
I don't think they believe. It's Holy Thursday today,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah, Maundy Thursday. Yep.
What's it called?
Maundy. It's called Maundy Thursday.
Mondi.
Yep.
Really? Why do they call? I've never heard it called that.
So they call it in the
Since when?
for a long time in the church.
Really?
This is a special day. Yep. You get your feet washed, or you can get.
You get your feet washed?
Some churches don't wash your feet. Yeah, the Catholic Church.
Will you
do
go
it.
to your church today to get your feet washed?
No, I'm not going because I gotta rest my feet.
Right.
My
Your feet
still
are a
bloated.
mess, right?
They're still bloated, and my legs are bloated.
Your legs are bloated and your feet.
Yeah.
Is the medication working at all?
Oh, I went to see the doctor yesterday. You want to hear that story?
Well, I guess we're gonna have to. I guess
And
we're
the
gonna.
doctor told me, I said, wow, he said, it looks like I weigh too much because last time I got weighed, I weighed a little too heavy. It was 193. And I got weighed yesterday, it was 200. And I said to the doctor, I said, that doesn't make any sense. I've never weighed that much in my life. Well, let me investigate it. She went on her computer and she said, wow. She was that sleep aid. You go, stop taking it. She goes, that side effect is excessive weight gain and swelling of your feet and legs.
Really?
And I called Dr. Teddy and told her that.
You're blowing up like a balloon.
So they told me to take this melatonin, and that's supposed to be less side effects. So I'm going to check that out today.
Doesn't that
at
make you
Walgreens.
sleepy?
That's what I need, though. I need a sleep aid. I'm not sleeping well at all, as you well know, since March 1st.
Right. You haven't slept since March 1st. I can't
No.
believe you're still awake.
I haven't slept the best, so hopefully I'm off that medicine now. And,
No, are you sleeping like in small increments of time, like
well, I
3
slept for
hours?
6 hours last night. Fell asleep around 10:30. I woke up at 3:30, so at least I got 5 hours.
So you're
sleep.
getting up at 3:30 in the morning. Is it the birds chirping that wakes you
No,
up?
I'm just wide awake.
And what do you do at 3:30 in the morning?
I'll watch TV, get my supper ready. And
You get your supper ready at
I'm getting my
3:30.
lunch ready and for work. And
Okay.
plenty of things to do. Shower, shave,
Okay.
all that morning stuff.
Yeah, because the shower's probably not too busy at 3:30, right?
No, well, I don't go at 3:30, but anyways. Well,
you
so
go
I'm gonna take a look at this melatonin, and hopefully now that I'm not taking that sleep aid anymore that Dr. Tenney suggested, because every medicine, as you well know, is side effects. There's less side effects to this one.
Really? What are
Yeah.
some of the side effects?
Well, the one I was just taking was excess weight gain and leg swelling and feet swelling.
And that happened to you. You got the side effects.
Right.
Because you typically don't get the side effects. It's only in rare cases, I believe.
Right. Well, I'm a rare breed.
You are a rare
yeah.
breed.
I was talking to Sarah Beaudry about it, and she has problems with sleep patterns too. And guess what? She takes this stuff.
Oh, really?
She said it works.
Okay.
Good.
The
Good.
melatonin.
Right.
Okay.
She never sleeps well either. So.
Do you take some right before you come here?
No.
Okay.
I take it before bed.
And do you go out like that?
Well, I have been going out like that. I haven't slept good, like I said. So, well, when someone's like me, when you got different issues like I do with bipolar disorder, the sleep patterns get mixed up.
Sure.
Sometimes we change the seasons when spring and fall happens, and you get more light, you get less light. It affects your overall.
Right. But you're getting more
pattern.
light now,
And then
though.
you change the clocks from left to right, and
Right. Oh, my
as
God.
much as you try your system not to worry about it, your system does worry about it, unfortunately.
Right. You change the clocks from left to right.
I think-
When do we change the clock? Did we already? Oh, we already did
I
it.
think so.
I mean, I'm not left to right, but I'm saying when you turn it back, turn it forward. It
Oh, right,
messes up your
right.
That screws.
clock.
That definitely screws you up.
I'm already pretty messed up, as you well know.
Oh, most definitely.
You're not that messed up, man.
Oh yeah, I did something else yesterday too. I felt really bad about the cupcake place.
Yeah.
I walked
here-
by
here we
there
go.
the other day, and I
Someone brought that up the
I-
other day.
the Gonzales did.
Okay.
I heard him make fun of me on the radio, so I said I walked by the other day. I hadn't been open yet, and I said that guy yelled at. I said I was a real jerk.
Right. Did you?
So I went in there the other day. I said I got to go in there to clear the air. So I went in there. He wasn't there, and I talked to the lady I know very well. I forget her name. I said I came in here the other day, 1 month ago. I was a real jerk. I said
You sure were.
Just because the guy didn't have my cupcake, I said I reacted like I owned the place.
right.
And the lady said, "Wow." I'll tell the lady. I said, "Yeah, I want to come in here and still, and
Try another cupcake.
praise the place." And just because the cupcake's not available, it doesn't mean I should do what I did. So I
That's
left
right.
it at that. I left, and then so I'm back to my praising the place. Squeeze cupcake, so tasty.
Okay. Very
I felt
good.
really bad about being a jerk because I was a jerk.
You really were.
So I
So
cleared
it's-
the air, and I got myself a little update on what's
You
going
got
on.
an update on what's going on at the
Easter
Cupcake
weekend.
Castle.
Yep. And
All right.
I got to get a free cupcake in 2 weeks.
Aha, we see the
For my
motivation
birthday,
now.
and I'm going to send them
Here's
pass
the
it on to somebody.
motivation.
Maybe they'll make you a special gluten-free whatever.
Well, they have a gluten-free, dairy-free cupcake, but the only one available now is chocolate. So it doesn't matter anymore. So there's nothing there I could eat. So I'll just get a free cupcake, or if I want to just buy one for like $5.50, I can present it to somebody. So I'm going to get a free one in a couple weeks, and then I'm going to give it to somebody that I choose to.
Really, you're going to get a free cupcake, and then you're going to get okay, and then you're going to give it away.
Right. I felt really bad that I was a jerk.
Yeah, we feel bad too.
Gonzo was making fun of me the other day on the radio. I said, "You're right."
I don't know if
got-
he was making fun of you.
I got to do something about that. I felt
No,
bad.
he was just giving you a hard
I
time.
felt bad that I acted like I owned the place. It's because they didn't have my cupcake.
Right, I know.
I overreacted.
You get like that, kind of like with the circus the other day.
Yeah.
Right.
Like you just you get so passionate about something, and then you
I'm,
just whoa.
I'm over that now.
I got a spray from that man.
No, I covered it.
I don't know. I felt some spray. If I get sick before
I
this
covered it.
vacation,
I
you are
covered
in
it.
big trouble,
I
Ease.
covered it.
It's International Pizza Cake Day.
Pizza cake
That's right.
or piece of cake?
No, pizza cake.
Pizza cake. What the heck's a pizza cake?
I don't know. I just think it's a
Pizza
It's a
cake.
thick pizza.
Phew.
Well, Darryl, I'm glad you asked. According to legend, the first pizza cake, a cake that looks like a pizza, was created by Chef Francois Gundermo for the wedding of France's Duke of. And okay, I'm not going to say
Okay.
it.
Don't even try.
The wedding was to have happened in France during the time of the Italian Wars.
What years was this?
I don't know, but it looked like a pizza. But upon tasting the creation, it's not pizza. This is pizza cake.
Pizza cake.
I've never heard of it. I've never heard of it.
Oh, you know what? Speaking about pizza, I had that pizza that Abigail recommended from Trader Joe's.
Right.
I had some of it last night. Deliciorama.
Really, you love Trader Joe's now?
Well, I like the pizza.
I went last weekend. I walked through the store. It's not too big in there.
No. What I didn't realize was
Price
that
of-
it's only Trader Joe's stuff,
Right.
you know. But the pizza was good. I'm still having a hard time trying to figure out what the crust was made out
Probably like cauliflower or something.
of. I don't think so.
No, broccoli,
No, it was crusty.
gluten-free cupcake.
Could be.
I know the price is a little high, but people can afford it. They live in better.
Well, the thing is, it's not high at Trader Joe's for organic foods. It's typically lower.
Yeah,
Well,
it
a couple
is.
of the prices I checked, the market basket had cheaper prices.
This,
Well, yeah, but
this pizza was under $5, so
really,
it was fine.
wow.
Delish.
All right, it is National Animal Crackers Day. Here's something that probably you can eat, right?
Yeah, probably.
Pretty bland.
Yeah, probably.
Did you eat a lot of animal crackers as a kid?
Not really.
Interesting, they changed the packaging.
Why? The animals, they took the bars off the,
Let them run free.
right.
I heard about that.
Yeah, they took the bars off the cages to the animals, right? Because
Crazy.
that's Barnum and Bailey's, they still make those animal crackers?
Free the animals.
You know,
I think so.
when I was a kid,
All right.
my mom would always let me have a box of animal crackers while she was shopping,
Keep you busy.
I guess.
My mom used to dump us off at where the magazines were
Oh, really?
when my brother and I, we were little, 5, 6, 7.
Right? And you
They
just look at
tear
magazines?
through the dirty magazine. I mean, the
Dirty magazines.
in the 50s, I doubt they had any.
Right. It wasn't like...
Not on full display, anyway.
No, you have to, yeah. You ever look at an adult magazine, Ease?
Maybe once or twice.
Okay. What's your favorite?
I'm not going to say it on the radio.
What is it?
Come on, give it up.
What's your favorite?
I don't know.
I know it's Hustler Man.
Is it Hustler Magazine?
I don't remember.
Larry Flint calls in once in a while. He is the publisher.
Oh, yeah, I guess I'll say Hustler.
Okay.
Make Larry
Eric said it here. Hustler is his favorite magazine.
This is make Larry Flynn happy.
What did you think about that biopic with Woody Harrelson playing Larry Flint?
I don't know. Is it? And Courtney Love?
Yes.
Way back, People versus Larry Flint.
Bingo.
It was good.
Yeah.
I liked it.
I thought he did a good job.
I like movies like that.
Yeah.
Are we out of days here?
Yeah.
I hope so.
What do you mean you hope so?
I think Eric's got something to say.
No, it's too many sometimes. It's repetitive.
What do you mean it gets repetitive? What are you talking about, Ease?
Some of them are foolish.
Really? National Lineman Appreciation Day?
Oh, there you go.
Those guys work
My
hard.
father used to work with some of them.
Really?
Yeah, public service.
Who used to work?
Public service. My father used to work there.
No.
Public service.
Who used
Who's
to
that
work?
again?
My
Who?
father.
Who?
Oh, yeah, the king of all farts. I'm going to see him today. I'm going to tell him that
Who
story.
are you going to see today?
The king of all farts. I'll tell him that story, see what he says. I'll let you know what he says tomorrow.
Okay.
You'll probably laugh.
It's National Send Nudes Day.
Said what?
Nudes. That's what it says here.
Probably get a little bit of trouble for that.
What do you
How am I going to get in trouble for that?
Well, you can be, because people have been known to get in trouble in political.
For
matters.
saying nude?
I thought you said nude photos.
Well, I don't know. That's what I'm trying to get into it. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
You want me to give you the description of the day?
if you need to.
National Send Nudes Day, also known as National Send a Nude Day, is being observed today. It has been observed annually, and this is for only people 21 and older.
That's good.
Right.
You just send him over the phone?
What kind of day is that, though? But it really is a day. You can look it right up here.
It's kind of odd.
Have you ever sent a nude?
Guess I have.
Oh, man.
Okay, here's something we can get behind. National High Five Day. We all like to high five. When's the last time you high fived anybody?
Last night with Michael Martineau in the kitchen.
You high fived him in the kitchen?
Yeah, the Monarchs scored a goal. Me and Phil.
Okay, there's still more days, Eric.
Wow,
It's
ridiculous.
newspaper columnist day,
Oh, there you go. That's Carol Robideau.
right? And our friend John Clayton.
Oh, yeah, John Clayton, yeah.
Don't forget Rob Azevedo.
Oh, my God, yeah.
Stephen Philbrook just wrote a little,
I saw that highlighted in my personal friend Amanda McCarthy.
all right, very sweet.
Said she was awesome. I said, oh, yeah, I second
Well, it's Support Teen Literature Day, which is great. A lot of young readers out there.
that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Very good. Well, I guess that's it.
Oh, that's a record.
That's all I got.
That's a record of days.
You really think so?
20 of them.
What else you got today?
Oh, I got some stuff here. I was on the bus yesterday. And for the umpteenth year in a row, they're going to have go on the bus day and you go to the beach. So on June 22nd, pay $5 and you meet at 7 a.m. at the Veterans Park. And they start selling tickets and you leave at 8 or 10. And you go see the sand sculptures. Or on July 6th, you just go to the beach and have fun. Same day, August 3rd, it's only $5. And then they're doing a seafood festival September 7th. Same rules, 7 a.m. Leave at 8.
Something suddenly came up.
And then they're doing the Darryl Fair September 29th. The same rules, 7 a.m. Sell tickets, leave at 8. It's only $5. You can't beat that price. I went a couple times. And
Really? $5? $5 buckaroonies.
I've been doing it for like 8 years. I did it like with Peter the Pumpkin Eater the first 2 years.
What did you say?
Peter the Pumpkin Eater?
Who's that?
Peter Fleming.
You call him Peter the Pumpkin Eater?
Yep.
Does he know it?
Oh, yeah.
I'm sure he loves that.
My friend Mike Levine used to call him Peter the Pumpkin Eater, God rest his soul. Peter the Pumpkin Eater lost his wife because he couldn't keep her. I said, where'd you hear that? He goes, I just.
It's an old nursery rhyme.
Right. He said that all the time.
Right.
God rest his soul, Mike Levine.
No, Peter Fleming's still with us.
No, Mike Levine is no longer with us. He had a massive heart attack like 2 years ago.
Mike Levine is not with us.
Yeah, he died,
Okay.
unfortunately.
All right. Is that all you got, Ease?
That's all I got, yeah.
Darryl?
I'm fresh out.
All right, everyone. The phone lines are open 250-6007.
I do have a little something.
Oh, really?
All right.
Lay it on me, Darryl.
well-
Lay it on me.
It was an interesting story out of Colorado, out of Denver.
Colorado?
Colorado. There was this 18-year-old who was on a mission apparently to do bad things. The anniversary of Columbine,
Oh, yeah, I've heard that.
and her father was assisting law enforcement to try to locate her, and she didn't need to get found. She killed herself.
Yeah. Apparently.
She bought a shotgun. She was planning to do bad things, and perhaps it finally got to her, and she took her own life.
That's
Yeah, I
very,
As
saw
opposed
that
to anybody
in the
else.
news yesterday.
very horrible story. Thanks for bringing that up.
Did you say thanks for bringing that up?
Yeah, it's kind of this.
Well,
always
don't
try-
worry. Everyone's focused on the big report coming out today, the Mueller report,
There it is.
redacted version.
Always accused me of being a Debbie Downer, so now with Darryl.
Why are you arguing with Darryl? Why do you have to argue?
Well, it's a sad story. People always.
It's a very sad
accuse
story.
me of doing the sad story.
Well, right. Everyone's saying you're the black cloud of the show.
and that was Darryl Dion now.
No.
Very sad story.
No, no, no.
Rest
Very-
in peace.
Very sad.
Suicide is a major problem in America. It's not something to be
Right.
swept under the table.
Well, who's sweeping it under the table?
A lot of people do. They don't want to talk about it.
Oh, I think we hit a soft spot.
Yeah.
Oh, my uncle committed suicide. I've known a lot of people in my life that I know very well that have taken their life. So.
Okay, talking about being a Debbie Downer, you took the
But it's true though. So when the veterans come back from the war, a lot of them take their lives. It's a serious problem in America.
Okay.
Not talked about.
I guess I shouldn't have brought it up.
No,
You're listening to Peter White. Call us at 250-6007. It's the morning show.
This is Manchester's WMNH 95.3 FM.
From ManchesterInkLink.com, here is Carol Robideau.
Good morning, Carol.
Good morning, Peter.
Good morning, Carol.
Good morning, Darryl.
welcome to another crazy show, Peter White.
Oh boy.
Higher.
Jeez. How you doing this morning?
What am I doing? What am I doing this morning?
No, I said, how you
woke
doing?
up-
What are you doing? How
Oh,
you doing?
I'm doing all right. I fell asleep on the couch last night. Woke up at 3, and
You woke up the same time almost as Eric.
Walk on the wildlife.
could not get back to sleep because I'd already had like a little nap, So I did some work. Fortunately, there was some crime to report on, so I wrote up a little story about the guy that got mugged or robbed and assaulted, and
Mugged?
well, he was, it was like 2 a.m. this morning. He was out. A cop saw him on Elm Street, and he said it appeared he'd been assaulted. So he went over to talk to the guy, and the guy told him that 4 or 5 guys ganged up on him, assaulted him, took his cell phone, and left him there. So they took him to the hospital. He was not seriously injured. And another officer searching the area found 2 people and arrested them, charged them. But they say they're still looking for some other guys. So
Wow.
yeah, so that'll happen, in the middle of the night. And then I finally got back to sleep. I went upstairs again, and I was kind of getting comfy. And I did really get comfy.
And then you
And
had
I
to
was
get up
really-
for this.
Well,
Yeah.
I like to get up for this, but when the alarm went off, I was like sad because I was so comfy.
Right.
After having uncomfortable, but I'm over it. I'm happy to be up. There's things about getting up I love, like my cats are always waiting for me. They can't wait to see me. They greet me so sweetly, and then making coffee. I look forward to that because I love coffee so much, and it smells so good. It makes me happy.
Coffee.
How many cats?
Yeah.
How many cats?
I got two sister cats. They're
Oh, cool.
Bella and Luna. They look just alike, except Bella's a little fatter, has a tiny little blotch on her chin. But they're not affectionate cats, but they're sweet and they love me.
That's all that
Because,
matters.
Yeah, they're not like super lovable in that way, like a cat can be. But
That's because
they're
you
my
feed 'em.
cats, and I love them. You know what I'm saying? Everybody loves their pets for whatever reason.
Absolutely.
Hey, Carol, drop by your office and say hello. You weren't there.
What
Well,
time?
she
'Cause
wa-
I was
she
there-
was-
I
she
there
was
between-
there.
A little after
I was
2.
there. Oh, well, you just missed me then. I was there between 12 and 1:30.
Yeah, I just had some time to kill, so I was going to say hi.
You had time to kill,
In
so
between
you were.
jobs, yeah.
I mean, I had to go over to the palace after that to take a photograph of.
Oh, I know. It
As
was
you-
just a shot in the dark. If you were there, I would say
What's
hi.
that?
It was just a shot in the dark. I would have said hi. If you weren't there, no big deal.
Yeah, I mean, I don't. The problem with being there is that there's so many things out in the world that I need to do. So,
Right.
for
You're a
example,
busy woman.
to promote the April 27th masquerade ball at the palace's spotlight ballroom.
Will you go to this masquerade ball?
I'll be out of town that weekend, actually. Unfortunately.
Oh.
So I'm going to a reunion. I think I mentioned that the other day.
Yep.
Yeah.
Old newspaper reunion. But took a picture of the lovely Jax Young doll, who's at the Palace Theater. She's the event coordinator, and she's coordinating this particular event. She's super excited about it. It's going to be a real.
What's her name?
Her name's Jax or Jacqueline. Jax
I
Young
don't
doll.
know. I don't know her.
Well, no one asked you if you knew her.
She's
Well, I know a lot of
she's-
people that work behind the scenes. I'm just asking.
she's a fairly recent hire. She was an intern, and then she got hired to be the event coordinator. They
Cool.
actually created the position for her, and she's real young and enthusiastic about everything. So this is going to be great. It's going to be a fun night for people who like that sort of thing.
Excellent.
And tickets are available through the story link, so check it out. It should be fun. And that venue, we're going to see that open up for all sorts of things. Just a smaller, more intimate setting, but it's really lovely.
Did you get a chance? Anyone get a chance to go down to the Bookery last night to see our friend Mike Morin?
Oh, I forgot that was happening last
I forgot
Oh,
as well.
I was hanging out with the Monarchs. So.
Oh, okay. I didn't make it either. I wanted to go say hi and congratulate him on his new gig.
Yeah, that's it happened pretty fast in my world. I mean, he could have been negotiating it for months, but I just, it just seems like it just happened overnight.
Yeah, because I think he just started Monday on the
Oh.
air,
There you go.
right? Something like that, Monday morning.
think so.
Yeah.
Yeah, I gotta go. I'm gonna go listen to Mike now. No, I'm just kidding.
Okay. we are
Wow.
too. We are too.
Yeah,
Wow.
yeah, yeah.
So there was a.
Yeah, I don't even know what is it. Rock 101. I don't even know what station
I think
it is.
he's
What is it?
106.3.
106.3. Yeah. Yeah.
Used to see. I still call it B106 because that's what it used to be. Now it's like Frank FM or something.
I didn't know that.
That's right. That's right.
Okay.
Little history, schooling you on the history of radio.
All right.
Yeah.
Excellent.
Yeah. Excellent is right.
Yeah. Good job.
Yeah. No problem. So there were some gunfire in the city yesterday, Carol.
Oh my God.
Yeah, there was. That was, right in the middle of the day.
Yeah. Do we know anything about that?
We don't know anything more than yesterday. They might have made an arrest or something, but I don't know that they've released that information. But definitely they responded to the report of gunfire, and then they found that there were 2 people that had been injured. and had it closed off for quite a while. And you know, it's there's a lot of things about it that are disturbing. It's the middle of the day. It's a residential neighborhood. It's
That was Lincoln
about a
Street,
block
right?
from a school.
Yeah, Lincoln
Yeah.
and Cedar, right around there.
Yeah. It's near a park. You know, I mean, it's just
Schools
it's
right
just
there.
not right. No, but yeah, I mean, there's just I can't think of any reason why there should ever be a shooting in the middle of the day or any time really when you think about it. Like, I'm so tired of gun violence in general. Like, why people feel like that's going to solve something, you know?
Yeah. No, I hear you.
Tough guys.
Tough guys with
their
guns. Right.
Yeah. So that was kind of alarming, though. Really.
Yeah, like just because it was like not too long after school got out, but it looks like they got a handle on the situation anyway.
Yeah, and like I said, it wasn't that they were seriously injured. Although I would suggest if I were hit with a bullet somewhere, even if it didn't kill me, I think that would be serious.
I'd
You know,
consider
they describe.
I'd consider it serious.
Right. It would hurt.
Yeah.
It would hurt a lot.
Yeah, I guess that's the difference between non-life threatening and serious. Like every gunshot.
Oh, he only got shot in the arm. Oh.
Right. Yeah. So that would be a lot for me.
Oh,
I
yeah.
wouldn't want.
That'd be a lot for all of us.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I wouldn't like it either.
Yeah.
So what else is
So-
going on?
Well, there's a few things. We have this story. One of our reporters, Ryan Lessard, did about took a look at the numbers for the hub and spoke, which is now being called the doorway system rather than hub and spoke. But this was the
It rolls off the tongue a little better.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was the system that was supposed to get people dealing with addiction and substance use disorder into treatment in a more efficient way. And they created this statewide system of hubs or doorways, which was supposed to alleviate some of the issues that Manchester was seeing. But if you look at the charts that go with the story that are based on the statistics, Manchester by far is getting. I made these charts, so I put Manchester in red and highlighted it in red just to point out that the data shows how much more volume there is in Manchester than any of the other 9 hubs around the whole state, and yet we really don't get the funding and the resources we need
Right.
to manage all of that. I mean, look at those numbers. Like in March, we had 205 people come through our doorway compared to, I mean, the most at any other one was like 56. That was at Wentworth Douglas. That was the high. Nashua had 46.
Wow.
But
Is there
it's,
federal funding for any of this?
well, I mean, you'd have to look at this is a state system of
Okay.
health. You know, there's definitely grant money involved, right? There's a $45 million state grant that we got
Right.
that was dispersed, but it was not parsed out based on this. Where's the
okay.
greatest need? You know, it was kind of, I think it was distributed equally among the doorways, you know, and I think that's one of the big questions that Manchester continues to have for the powers that be is why do we see so many people from so many places and we have to provide treatment and we have to provide services and yet we don't get any extra help from anybody. So that's an interesting story that kind of just sheds a light. It's like an update little
Right.
report card on the first 3 months in to the new system. And then there was another little item I wanted to mention. Might not have noticed it too much because it doesn't have an alarming headline, and maybe I'm going to have to change the headline. But it was submitted by someone named Fred Harwood, who I met last year. He's a very nice gent. He's an 80-year-old man. He lives over at the downtown at the Wall Street Towers. He spent his life building a fortune, working in the tech industry, high tech industry. And then his wife passed away from cancer. And in all of that experience, he sort of had a realization that he had spent his life, much like a Scrooge kind of character, really sort of caring about himself and taking care of his own and not really caring about those less fortunate in the world. And when he ended up in Manchester a couple of years ago, he came to know about the Inti Academy, which is started off as a soccer program pretty exclusively 10 years ago, but it's really grown to serve 300 kids. And the majority of those kids are refugee and immigrant kids who are thriving with this program. They have a partnership with the Courier. They do art. They do science. They have connections with other organizations in the city. And it's all free. It doesn't cost the kids a penny because they don't have a penny to give.
Exactly.
But after a couple of years and Fred trying to fundraise from various people, he's found that it's impossible to sustain the program. The money that they do have will last until about June, and they've used that money to pay for. And not all of this information is in his story. What he submitted was like a letter to the editor.
Uh-huh.
But I happen to know all this in the background, and I guess I need to write a story about it. But they're going to have to shut down the program in June for lack of funding, and it's quite a shame. This program was really something that the city was looking at to steer the soccer pitch that's coming to the park over there downtown, where the Central Little League is, and what is that park there where the
what is that
it's
park?
like Lincoln Street. It's in that area of near the Easter Seals, and is that Easter Seals?
Yeah, I know what you're talking about. The big, everything's over there, right?
It's a big, huge park. Lots of baseball fields, and they're going to put a soccer pitch in there, or that was the plan. The skate park was on the other side of it.
Okay, this is over in the center city.
Maple. Yeah.
By a Hunt Memorial Pool.
Yeah. Whatever that whole area is called. I never can figure out the names of the parks because there's
someone
so
out
many.
there must know, though.
But whatever it is, that was part of the plan. And now Inti Academy is going to have to shut down after 10 years. And, some people will say, oh, I never heard of it before. And I think that's part of the problem, is that it wasn't that well known, like the Boys and Girls Club is known, or these other clubs are known. But if you do any research into it, you'll see that it's been an amazing, incredible resource. And I guess off the record, perhaps Fred would say, he fears that part of the lack of support for it is partly comes from the overriding attitude in general in any community these days about refugee and immigrants. There's some negativity there, and some a national sort of narrative around immigrants and refugees as not belonging here, or not, and I don't think Manchester feels that way as a whole. But I think when you're seeking support for organizations, it factors in, and that's just the unfortunate reality that he's discovered. So he doesn't say as much, but in this love letter, he's thanking Manchester for giving him his sense of humanity.
I'm going to pause right there, Carol, for a second, because Eric's got to get out of here. We're just going to say goodbye.
Good morning to all. Good morning. I got to get going, and we'll see everybody for a little time tomorrow. 45 minutes again tomorrow.
All right. Thank you, Ease. Thank you. Very good.
See you later there at Gonzales.
All right, Carol. I apologize. I wanted to recognize Eric as he left.
Oh, sure. Yeah. Well, that's all I have to say about that.
Well, no, the love letter you were talking about, the.
Yeah. So people can read that if they're interested, and I hope they are. And maybe I need to do more on that, because.
Do you know how many hits you get a day on that Manchester Inklink?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I mean, every day is different. But,
right.
Yeah, yesterday was a fairly big day. We were up around 12,000. I guess that's pretty
Well,
good
that's
day.
huge. That's not.
Yeah,
That's
I mean,
not a lot. That's not a lot.
That's a good day, but it's not the most. I mean, earlier in the month, we had a few days where we were at almost 20,000, 15,000. I mean, some days are, a mere 5,000. It just depends on the news cycle, I guess you would say, if people are interested in what I'm, dishing out. But yeah, no, that's good. 12,000 is a good day.
Okay.
Yeah, I mean, monthly we're over 200,000, and last year I think we had I don't know. Jim's my numbers guy, so if he's not
okay.
here, then I actually have to look at
Is
them.
he sleeping
But
right
has
now?
them. Oh yeah, he doesn't go to sleep until like 2 or 3 in the morning, so he sleeps till
Wow.
like 10 or 11, and then he gets up for work.
All right, that makes sense. Just a different sleep
Yeah.
pattern. That's all.
It's a different sleep pattern.
I
Yeah.
don't know. I couldn't do it. We'll say good morning now to Mike Gonzales here joining us this morning.
Good morning, Manchester.
Hello, Mike.
Hello,
Hello.
Mike.
Hello.
I do have a little good news for you, Carol.
Okay.
The Phillies are in first place.
Yay.
Did you know that, Carol?
No, I did not.
I'm going to give you updates all the time, Carol. I'll give you updates.
I have not been paying close attention to the Phillies, I have to say.
It's okay.
I haven't been paying attention to baseball at all.
I know it doesn't seem like it could be baseball season quite yet, does it?
It's kind of early.
Yes.
It really doesn't kick off until after the All-Star game.
Or the playoffs are over. Once basketball and hockey are over, people kind of,
Absolutely.
this is all that's left. So
Right.
we'll watch baseball now.
That's it. That's all we got.
So what will you be out there today, Carol?
Yeah, I have an appointment around 10, which is downtown, so that, I could go to the office at that point. I have another tentative appointment at 12:30, so.
Oh, very busy, very busy.
Yeah, back to back to back, and then I have things, that I need to write at some point, and that takes some time to sit down and do that. So, it's
I was thinking that yesterday. I was seeing your stuff on social media, the ink link. I'm like, how do you keep up with it all? That's why I asked you what kind of numbers you had. Because I don't know how you keep it, because you're always, if someone asks a legitimate question, to a story or whatever, you answer them.
right.
And, yeah, and I'm like, how do you do it? With all the other stuff you do.
I don't know. I have also, I just want to point out on our homepage, we have a link to candidates in New Hampshire this week, which is a standing button on the homepage. And when you click through to that, excuse me, it will be updated with upcoming appearances by candidates as they let us know that they're coming. So, and I keep them up there even after they're expired for at least a day or two, just because I think people like to know who's been here. But you just have to look in the different sections for location wise to see who's coming and when. But I think people like to know. Like today we have Beto O'Rourke is back in New Hampshire. He'll be at Nashville Community College. We'll be covering Tulsi Gabbard tomorrow. She's going to have.
I don't even know who. Yeah, I didn't even know who this was. I saw a sign on a billboard here in the city.
It's from Hawaii. Hawaii, I think.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, she made some news last year. I think it was. I forget what it was that she was speaking out about something, and I can't remember quite
Was
what
it
it was.
volcanoes? Was it?
No, she's she has military background and
Well, the only reason I asked about the volcanoes because we had that there was that eruption that was, in the news over the past year, right? That volcano. Remember? Does anyone remember?
She's running on that platform.
Okay, I know that, but that's why I said it though.
In Hawaii?
Yeah, there was a. It was on
you're
the
right.
news.
You're right. It was last year sometime.
Right. I'm sorry, Carol. Go ahead.
You don't.
Please don't be sorry. But she's what I love about what's happening in politics. Tulsi Gabbard is one of those candidates like a lot of the like AOC, that we're seeing, and others, women of color, women of diversity. Suddenly women are everywhere, and she herself is also an interesting she's a Samoan American, and she's also, I believe, she's a Hindu, and so she brings this other voice to the party, and she's has served in the military. So there's a lot of thoughtfulness there when she speaks about something, and she I think she did something that kind of separated her from she was on a committee or something, and
Okay.
I don't remember the circumstance, but that's when I first found out who she was, and so I'm interested in just learning more about her. And I just think it's I mean, as a woman, and I can say this as the only woman in the virtual room at the moment, it's
Well,
an
Gonzo's
exciting.
kind of.
I identify as both.
Yes.
Oh, good.
It
Well,
depends. It depends on my mood.
Oh, your
really
mood.
funny.
Yeah.
You guys
I
are
don't like
funny.
labels.
The thing I like about it is that, and I think I've told you this story before, but when we first moved here in New Hampshire in 2001, shortly after that, so at the time my daughter was about 7, and she came home from school one day and asked me, why are women not allowed to be president of the United States? And
Well, that's an
I
easy
was
one.
like,
Yeah.
No,
I
I'm
was
just
like-
kidding.
Email.
I was like, wait a minute, why do you think that? But then I realized, of course, she thinks that because when you look at the list of presidents or you look at the pictures of the presidents, it's all a bunch of white men. And I think that for so long, and I have nothing against white men. I like there are a lot of white men in the world that are fine men. But seeing politics, seeing national politics, seeing local politics start to look more like what we look like as a country just makes a lot of sense. And I like that some of these women are very down to earth. They seem
Sure.
like just, regular people who've had real jobs, and they're not just rich white men. So, and again, I even rich white men, I like them too. There's nothing wrong with being
There's
rich
a lot
or white.
of rich
Not saying
white
it.
men, but there's poor white men too, and he's sitting on the couch.
Right.
Yeah.
And you know,
Send
anyway.
money quick.
I think the rich
But as-
white men always have an agenda. That's that's a
And
problem.
It is.
And as politicians go, I think the overall problem that we have is that they're out of touch for the most part. If you look at the backgrounds of just about anybody who rises up to the level of national politics, they're pretty wealthy people, all of them,
Yep.
and none of them, for the most part, have suffered or struggled or worked at Walmart or whatever. They come from a place of great privilege, and I'm not just talking about the men, but
Yeah.
so all of that is to say we have some very interesting people running for president, many of them women, and some of them women of color. And I think that's just whether they win or lose. It's a signal to me that at least some things are starting to shift and normalize, and our daughters can now come home from school and know that they could run for president if they wanted to. And I
Yep.
think that's an important message.
Yeah,
People of color in
And
general.
get a good
you know.
book deal out of it when they drop out.
Absolutely.
Maybe.
So,
Just maybe.
yeah.
You got to
So
change the
other-
landscape, and that would change the landscape.
Well, you know what?
We need it.
It starts with, like, just for instance, look at our mayor race this year. I don't know if there's any rich white men planning to join the race, but I have a feeling it's going to be down between two women,
ladies.
and
Yep.
that's where it begins. It begins at the ground level, and then up to Senate, and and so on and so forth. So,
Yep.
it is progressing a little bit.
Yeah, that's what you said last time.
Baby steps.
I would love to see more women get I did a story last election cycle. There were, I think it was 5 or 7 women. I can't remember how many now, but I met them all at Darryl Park. They were all running for alderman. And it was like, what if all these women won? That would really shift the balance of power on the board of aldermen to women. Now,
Very hormonal.
yeah, very hormonal. But,
Hey, I'm a hormone expert right now. All right.
Well, yeah, he has a baby on the way.
Yeah. So I'm
but
very
of those
compassionate.
women, Barbara Shaw, who was an incumbent, she regained her seat, and then Elizabeth Moreau won a seat, and I believe she had been seated to replace an alderman, in a runoff election prior to the general election, and she retained that seat. So it'll be interesting to see if more women come forward in this cycle for various offices. It'd be great to see some people of color step up. But, it doesn't. Locally, our problem isn't really rich white men. It's really just people who have maybe are driven to we have some people who genuinely just want to be sitting in a chair of power. It's not really like, doesn't feel to me like all of them are there for the right reasons, but I don't want to editorialize.
Okay.
They're there for the nameplate.
But I think you're right.
You have to, it's a kind of a thankless job in its own way. So people that do the job, if they have the time, the luxury of time to do the job, and then they have time to do like a TV show on top of it or something.
Well, if you're going to do it, do it. And I don't think they realize all that comes with it. And don't run if you don't plan to put all your heart into it,
Yeah, yeah. A genuine love for the city.
Yes, you have.
And I would say don't run if you have really strong political objectives, because our city elections are not supposed to be partisan.
That's right.
They're really not. They're really not supposed to reflect the partisan realities of
they still do though
politics.
Oh, yeah.
They absolutely do, but they're really not supposed to. So it shouldn't come down always to a divided vote. The votes should be based on what these people discern from their research and from their discussion, from their intelligent discussion, and what they glean from the public, which comes to speak or contacts them. It shouldn't really be about what they think and what they want.
Exactly.
And there you have it. You heard it here.
That's it.
That's it. Thirsty Thursday.
Thirsty Thursday.
Yeah, it is.
Wow. Yeah, Thirsty Thursday.
One more day. Now, we're not going to be here next week, Carol. I'm just reminding you again.
No, I appreciate the reminder, because I can easily forget. So I appreciate that. And I think I returned the favor by reminding you that I may or may not be.
Oh, that's right.
Following Monday, because I'm not sure. I should be, because Jim has to work that day. But
okay.
We'll be in Pennsylvania at least till Sunday night. But I'll probably be back. Probably be up and at 'em.
You can sleep in now next week.
Yeah, I can catch up a little. Thank goodness. I wouldn't give up. I wouldn't give this up for all the sleep in the world.
Oh, that's
yeah.
very
You
nice.
got at least 4 hits on that 12,000 from this show alone.
Right.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, yesterday one of the popular stories was the taco tour. Sort of just a rundown that we received from In Town Manchester about sort of just kind of describing the taco tour, getting people ready for that. So that got a lot of attention.
This is going to be a huge taco tour.
Yeah, that tells me that there's a lot of interest in the taco tour already. So, and it's coming quickly.
2 weeks from today.
Amen, brother.
That's
Amen.
right. All right, Carol. Well, we can call it a day here.
Yeah, okay.
And maybe we'll see you downtown today.
Yeah, I'll be around for sure.
Okay.
I always look to see if you're standing out front of Margaritas when I go by, or walking down the street, or falling down, or whatever you do when you're out there and about.
I did fall down right before you saw me last time.
Yes, I know. That's why I said that.
It's amazing how I don't break anything. I'm so tall and lanky too. So it's like,
that's
long way to fall.
No kidding. All right, Carol. Well, listen, we'll do it again tomorrow.
See you, Carol.
Okay. All right. Bye, everybody.
Bye, Carol.
All right. That's Carol Robideau, Manchester Ink Link, where everything in Manchester connects. You can find out what's going on around town at manchesterinklink.com.
The morning show is sponsored by CGI Business Solutions, located at 171 Londonderry Turnpike in Hooksett. They serve all your big and small business needs. Employee benefits planning, corporate design and business administration, investments and wealth management, customized business insurance solutions. Their phone number is 866-841-4600. On the web at cgibusinesssolutions.com.
Hi from the Peter White Morning Show and all the All-Stars to help out there. Lenny, Scumpy, Abigail White, Laura the Animal Lady, Nick, Mr. Positive, Mike Martineau, Mike Doyle, Brooklyn Mike, The Moose, Glenn Ollett, the People's Mayor, Joe Lara, Darryl Dion, Peter Fleming, Christy Canner, Ryan Gorman, Don T. Tibbetts, Yahoo, Gary T. Tibbetts, Paulie C., The Place to Be, Karen Robidoux, Manchester Inkling, John Manning, Ben Dion, Kyle Heavey, Matt Connerton, and Rob Abazito. We all have a lot of fun there. It's all fun. I hope you're listening.
Every day I set my clock to govern the time AM. I wanna start my day with Peter White on WMNH.
You're listening to Peter White. Call us at 250-6007. It's the morning show.
WMNH 95.3 FM. Good morning, Manchester.
All right, we are back here this morning. Good morning, Manchester. Yes, it's Thirsty Thursday. Phone lines are open all morning, 250-6007. We'll say good morning to our friend John Clayton in the Facebook Live room. Gary Tibbetts tuning in from Bradenton, Florida. Angela Philbrook, good morning. Miriam Banish, good morning to you. And, of course, our friend Debbie Lorendo. Good morning and happy Holy Thursday is right. It is Holy Week here in the city of Manchester.
Yes, it is.
Now, do you guys have big Easter? Do you usually do do you get an Easter basket still, Gonzo?
Yep, I do. My mommy hides it on me.
Cut it out.
She's like, here's the keys and my debit card. You got to find them.
Really?
Or you use them.
Now, do you? That was a joke, right?
Of course, it's a joke. I use my wife's debit card, Peter.
Oh, okay, okay.
I'm a grown up now.
All right.
Absolutely.
Very good.
They put my name on it and everything.
Oh, well, that's nice.
That's what happens when you get married. You get your name on your wife's
That's
debit card.
right. You were married. You were actually married.
Yeah, we're going on almost 2 years.
2 years.
They say the first year's the hardest. I thought it was pretty hard, but not that hard. And I think it's just a matter of respect. And,
Right. Now, you guys have been together for a long time.
Yeah. And we'll be
over
together.
5 years?
In all, like 7.
7 months.
7 years.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Got to that magical 5-year point where if you don't propose, they leave you.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
So you had to.
That tendency to do that.
Yeah, it's crazy. It's like a little countdown.
Is the mark
app.
Is the mark really 5 years?
I think so. Yeah. I mean,
you know, bottom line, relationships are not easy because we're all different.
I'm not getting any older, you know.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, you are getting.
I mean, yeah, that's what I meant.
You actually are getting
I'm
old.
getting old. I'm not getting any younger. Yeah, that's what they say.
That's true.
As you become older, it's more difficult to change.
Yeah.
And you don't want to change generally.
And now, about how you're about 40, right? You're at the.
I am exactly 40.
Okay, so let me think. So you're gonna have the baby this year. How long before you have?
Oh, geez. So
could be.
It's coming up.
I dropped
4
her off
weeks.
at the hospital before I came in.
4 weeks. I'm on call, man.
You got to be.
Right.
How's she doing? She's
doing great. She's glowing. You know, she's ready. She's in the nesting stage right now, where like she's like doing the cupboards and doing the.
There's probably nothing more beautiful than an expectant mother.
Right.
I mean, really.
Yeah. I mean, I can think of a few things, but
well, just think about it though.
In terms of life.
But because my baby's in there, it's beautiful.
Right.
Bada bing, bada boom.
No, I know what you mean. Some days, you get that touchy feely, like you get that feeling like you're on the couch and your cat's on your lap and your head's on her belly and you just get that feeling like, wow, this is it, man. This is it. Like
this
is love. This is great.
And you love it.
Yeah, I do love it. And then
do you see the baby? Can you see the baby moving around?
Oh my
in the
God!
tummy?
Yeah, absolutely.
So the baby's kicking.
Yeah, we went to the doctor Monday and listen to the heartbeat, and I record it every time because it's just I'm gonna make a rap beat out of it.
Really?
Why not?
But it's just nice, I make sure like before I didn't need to go because it's kind of like gross, the cotton swab certain areas. I don't need to be part of that. But right now we're going in for our we're actually one a week now. We go to the Bedford OG something.
OBGYN.
Yeah. I always mix up the letters, but we go there and any questions, but they do it's in and out, but it's nice. It's really nice to like hear the excitement because they really the nurses really get involved too because we've been there so many times. They know us and they're like, oh, it's so exciting, and
because you are the expectant father.
Yeah.
So you're going to be
absolutely.
like, you're going to be like 65.
Jesus.
You're going to be like 65 years old going to a high school graduation. How does that make you feel?
Well, it makes me feel like at least my son, at least he got his life together and went back to high school at 22.
Right.
All right.
No, I'm shooting for 60 if I can do, but if I can look as good as this guy at the desk at 69. Thank you very much.
That's true. He is a very handsome
and
guy.
He'll be 69 for the rest of his life.
Jeez, I wish.
Like my mom's 49 still.
No, your mom's not 49.
No, but you know how they always say, 49.
Your mom gave me at Manchester High School Central the only cut slip that I ever received from a teacher, which earned me 1 day of internal suspension.
Yeah. I got internal suspension for forging a hall pass from Mr. Toscano, which is a very hard name to spell, which I spelled wrong.
I know, Sal.
If you ever sign the name Toscano wrong, you're going to get suspended.
Popped.
Especially when she's the head of the department.
Right. I know Sal.
Yeah, I know Sal.
Yeah.
Not good enough to go to his class, apparently.
Well, I actually had him. He was our homeroom teacher for my freshman year and my junior year. And then I had your mom in an accounting class that I didn't frequent very much for one whole quarter, and then the quarter ended, and then I got the cut slip.
Yeah.
Well, you know what?
I probably deserved it. Right.
You may have.
Come on, man. You got to cut your losses.
I missed the entire.
Yeah, whatever. You got one cut slip.
Right. It was hard to catch up after that.
Yeah. You didn't read the details though.
No.
Peter has missed 42 days.
Yeah.
You probably still got a C though, didn't you?
Yeah, I think I squeezed by.
Hey, whatever.
I think I squeezed. The numbers didn't add up in my accounting packet, but I just couldn't. I was not. I don't know.
You remember Miss Bouchard at all?
Kinda.
Okay.
Yeah, kinda.
Yeah, they were like a little tandem. They'd have.
I never had her.
So what they would do is they would take people like you, the trouble kids, and then
I wasn't a trouble kid. I only served internal suspension 2 times, maybe.
Right, because, I got it once.
It's the worst. Wouldn't you rather have external suspension?
Yeah, absolutely. But if you play sports, you can't do that. You get in trouble. You're more afraid of your coach than you are anything.
Most definitely.
And that's what keeps kids going to school, playing sports.
So external suspension would be you could split.
Yeah, you go home, and
Party.
that's it. That's a day.
I'm wondering if Sal Toscano is out there. Tibbetts told the great story of Mr. Toscano got stuck in the elevator over at Central.
Now, is that a fat joke?
No, I don't think it is.
Was he a big man?
He was a big man.
Well, he wasn't. I think when I first was introduced to him, he wasn't too big. He was a great guy though.
Yeah, he was.
I thought he was funny.
Hard name to spell though.
We called him Sal. We just called him Sal.
Right, because you can spell that.
Right. Well, he wore a jacket. His real name is Salvatore.
It has to be Salvatore.
Right.
Yeah, he looks like a Salvatore.
Yeah. I can remember my going back to high school. I transferred from Bishop Bradley, which is now Trinity, to St. Anthony. The first day at school, I got suspended.
No way. For what?
Hair was too long.
It was before the Me Too movement.
This is 65. This is 65.
65. Your hair was too long?
Yeah, and it didn't even touch my shoulders.
You're kidding me.
No.
Did you cut it? Did you conform?
No.
Good for you.
Are you kidding me?
You just put it up?
You transferred back to
I was
the
a badass.
No, really. How long was your hair?
It was not long.
Oh, it was just a little bit.
That was the thing, though. A lot of people are having hair
in 65. It was a big issue.
Sticking to your guns,
disturbingly.
Those damn Beatles.
Yeah, exactly.
Oh yeah, you couldn't play football if you didn't cut your hair. And
I wasn't the only one too. There was another kid that transferred from Bishop Bradley to St. Anthony. We've known each other.
You guys
forever.
got suspended together?
Both of us.
But you kept the hair?
Oh yeah.
And what did they do? They kick you out of the school and then you walk around the neighborhood?
No, you must have been the coolest kid ever because you got suspended and you kept your hair, and now you're one of 2 people with long hair.
Well, you have to, the long.
You should let it grow out again.
The long part was disturbing because it wasn't long. That was the weird part. But in the eyes of the nuns, it was, and you know what? I think they got a heads up about who I was before I ended up there.
Oh, right. This guy with hair's coming in.
Yeah. Certified badass.
Yeah, kind of.
And then the parochial schools were tended to be disciplined, a lot more discipline over there, right?
Oh yeah, they were very upset when the class president, a very good friend of mine, and I think it was just Jimmy and I. We decided that we wanted to have a cigarette in the middle of the day, so we went to the nurse's office to have a butt.
Really, with the nurse?
That didn't work out.
Oh, okay.
No, we were popped on that one. So, but we felt very privileged because Jimmy ran the school. He was the class president.
Oh, really?
And I was his best friend. So we pretty much did what we wanted to do.
Oh, so you got tons of tail then.
Oh,
wow.
Yeah.
Forget about it. You got none tail.
Whoa.
It's a whole special category.
But it was fun. It was fun. I have no regrets. No regrets at all.
Peter, did you ever go to the nurse's office and say, I have a headache, just to take a nap?
No, I did not.
No, it's a good
I
trick.
never spent, you know what? When I was at Central, I lived right across the street, so I never went anywhere. I didn't even go.
Campus.
I didn't even go to the cafeteria. Really, I would just go home, watch I Dream.
Down on
throw in a microwave pizza, watch a little I Dream of Jeannie, and then by then it's time to head back to school.
Yeah, they closed the campus on us, so like even to head over to G&V subs would be
you couldn't do it.
You couldn't do it. So.
Yeah, it was open campus. I actually, when I skipped your mom's class, I would go home and play.
And I would play a lot of that.
I would play Legend of Zelda.
A lot of people probably went home for their, Mod D off and was like, well, I don't need to go to Mod E.
Right.
And I'm playing Zelda and I got 2.5 hearts. So.
Right. I've been playing all afternoon.
But I bet that's why they shut it down. And they allowed. Do you remember they allowed smoking on campus?
Oh, sure.
Like
You're
you
kidding.
could just crank a butt. Yeah, no problem.
You look inside an old little green. There's one flying around out there from the 1970s, like the mid to late 70s. I'm going to say right around the bicentennial time, 76.
Yeah.
Yeah, and in the little green, it talks about what they need more of or to improve the schools. And one of the things was more ashtrays in the cafeteria.
Wow.
Do you remember like giving a message to a teacher or whatever, and you go into a teacher's room and they're all drinking coffee and smoking butts, and that's what it was like.
Wow.
There was
back in the 70s.
Huge issue when they banned butts in '92.
Right.
Like, what? Where are we gonna smoke?
We had the basement at Chandler School, where the basement is where they segregated us cold lunch kids, but the two bathrooms were down there, and they were. The bathrooms at Chandler School were literally a basement. They were very, very old, but in the girls' bathroom, they had a divider, and it also doubled as the teacher's room.
You're kidding.
Right. And this is before McDonough was open, of course.
Right.
But yeah.
Oh, jeez.
Yeah.
Well, you know what happens is something always is a reaction to an action. So somebody probably did something, and they had to change it. Every rule in place is because someone abused
the previous rule.
The freedom they had before. So
Well,
someone was smoking a butt, someone flicked their butt somewhere they shouldn't have, or someone unfortunately it takes someone to die before they fix the safety issues on something, and that's probably what happened.
Well, in 1985 was the first year that the freshmen had to take studies, because typically you always had your lunch break and you had another period off, usually, if you were lucky. But when you were a freshman, it was a study hall, so they would stick this little freshman in the back of like a junior class or a sophomore class, and you'd have to sit in the back, and it would be your study hall.
Huh.
Well, all these sophomores and juniors are throwing things at you.
Right.
Because
they could.
That's right.
You were the lowly freshman.
Because it was 1985.
Right. I was the lonely freshman with my cranberry corduroys.
Stop picking on me.
Cranberry.
Why is everybody all picking on
But you know what? I didn't skip that.
Awkward looking.
I didn't skip that class.
No,
I wasn't too awkward looking. You know what? I was tall. I was lanky. I did have kind of
called awkward at freshman year.
Were you awkward?
No. Well, yeah, I had acne, and acne is
the killer.
Oh my God!
You think it's the end of the world?
You do. You want to literally kill yourself because you're like, I can't go to school today looking like this.
Right.
And then you have to, and then
Then you realize
everybody has acne.
You're not,
You
you're
look
not
around
alone.
like, wait a minute.
And it probably wasn't that. Was
I'm way
it?
better than that guy.
Was it really? Oh yeah.
That guy's got a little worm growing on.
That's severe acne.
No, it wasn't that bad because I immediately made my parents take me to the dermatologist and
No
fix
way.
it. I
Let's
was
fix this
This is not socially acceptable.
Did you get it fixed?
It was from like sports helmets. Like you get it up here.
Really?
So there's only so much I could do because I have to put my helmet on every day.
Sure.
You know, and but yeah, I got it fixed. It wasn't perfect, but because of the helmet. But
You had some work done.
then you looked around and you realize everyone's just awkward and greasy at that age, and you get over it.
Yeah, back when I was a kid, I didn't have any kind of severe acne, but I did have probably like I'm gonna say, geez, 8th grade, 9th grade, like that was
occasional zit.
Oh yeah, or a cluster or whatever.
Clusters, yeah.
You know,
I seem to get them just before the dances.
right?
Yeah, right. The
Right on.
worst time.
What the heck is this?
Or picture day. I would get him on picture day.
And right on the tip of the nose too. You know.
Yeah. Those are worse. I had one on my eyelid on picture day.
Oh no, that's the worst.
Yeah, it was the worst. I could
And
bring
it'd
you
be
the picture.
worst when you wake up and it's like fully, the pimple has fully
Developed.
Yeah, fully popped out overnight, and then you kind of want to take care of
Right.
it.
Do I want to go with a big white head or do I want to squeeze it and go with the irritation?
Right, because
look?
your parents always said, "Don't do it. You'll mark up your face."
Yeah, well, I don't care, Dad.
Yeah.
Right.
I'm not going to school like
It's
this.
disgusting.
No kidding.
Oh.
It really is. But wow, that's what you do. You think about that as a teenager. You forget.
And that's the thing that teenagers go through. Like
Everybody.
we have almost at our age not as much compassion for these kids because we're like, how could that guy kill himself over something like a girlfriend? But we don't know that is his whole world at the time. And
Right.
I think we got to be more cognizant of the feelers that they're putting out there, because they might not come to you and say, "Hey, Dad, this is what's bothering me," but they might give you tips and hints,
Right.
and you got to pick up on that and don't put it lightly. Well, I got a mortgage and all this to pay. Your little situation is nothing.
No.
But it is to them.
It's
That is their
something
mortgage.
big.
That
It's
is
big.
their bills to pay.
Yeah.
That's their everything. And if you brush it off, it could lead, go down the wrong road.
What did you use to deter pimples from coming out?
Retin A, it was called.
What is it?
It's
It-
expensive.
Really?
It was like you put this stuff on your face and it felt like it burned. It felt like the Joker in Batman when he fell in that tub in the beginning.
Really, it burned.
Yeah, it burned, and then you wake up and it basically it just dried every oil out of your
I think
face.
we had Clearasil, Oxy 5, and for the more severe acne, Oxy 10.
See, that was
Yeah, I
over the
remember
counter.
Clearasil.
Didn't cut it for me.
Remember that. I don't think I used
Today
that.
we launch Operation Mop-Up to target all oil-producing regions on the faces of the earth. The weapon, new improved Oxy 10.
A better Oxy?
With more sorboxyl, the world's most powerful oil terminator. Colonel?
On impact, the sorboxyl and benzoyl peroxide join forces to mop up oil, obliterate zits,
and help make the world acne-free.
Thanks, Oxy.
That's
We're
funny.
winning the war against zits.
That's right, Oxy 10. Do they still make that?
No, now they make Oxy 80s.
No, I don't.
Whoa.
The new high school.
Now that you guys brought it up, I'm trying to remember what products I used, if any.
Right, was there Noxzema back then?
65,
Was there
64.
was there Noxzema in 1965?
Oh, maybe.
He was more
Maybe.
concerned with his flowing hair.
Right, that's right. His mane of hair.
Yeah.
The problem
His golden locks.
My problem
shining in
with
the
long
sun.
hair is my hair was extremely wavy. The longer it got, the worse it was.
Really?
Oh, what a
My hair-
burden.
I would have preferred straight hair, believe me.
I think some people with wavy hair say that because my hair definitely has a wave to it.
Oh, it's a wave.
It's a wave. I mean, yeah.
Mine's bristly and weird.
Yeah.
It's like it's
Well,
like it fights each other. Like, no, I'm gonna grow today. No, you grow next week, and then like before you know it, you're Patch Adams over here. Like,
Yeah, but you're looking all right. You could tell you have nice hair.
yeah,
I would consider you, a category out there. If ladies had a category, a silver fox.
I am a silver fox. You're right,
Silver
and
fox,
Right.
Yes.
it's a good thing. Like I hit the silver fox right during the silver fox movement, right when the Clooney McDreamy era.
That's right.
Came in, and there was a time where I'm like, gray hair, no way, this ain't working. But Now
It works for you.
People are like, I'd kill for your hair. I'm
And now
like,
your hair is coming back, so it's starting to get some style.
yeah, it's got a little style.
Right. It does, a little style.
Like people are gonna watch this and be like, I want that.
Right.
I want to look like him.
Yeah. Bring a picture into their their salon and
Yeah,
say,
I want to
oh,
look like this.
Yeah.
right. Will you do that, Daryl?
No.
I want
Will you
that.
let your hair grow? You gonna let your hair grow out?
I think not.
Really? Is it still very wavy?
It's at a point where if I keep it maintained at this certain level,
Right.
it's cool.
Okay, so I know what's going on. You don't want to cut a certain area because it's not coming back, right?
Never.
So you're like, okay.
Is that true?
I'm gonna leave
got
it the
this
way it
flat,
is.
yeah.
Well, there's a lot of people like, if I shave my head, that's the end of the world. It's over. So
Right, because it takes longer than it used to come
because
back.
I got it right where I want it right now.
Yeah, how do you maintain that great look?
It's the receding hairline that's difficult.
Yeah, you got to be careful with that.
I feel bad for Ben. That's the gift I gave him.
Really?
Receding hairline.
Receding hairline. Well, that's nice. You could give him something.
I had to give him something.
Right.
And that and a jump shot.
There you go.
Nice.
Just a little, little gift.
Take some horse sometime.
Now, did Ben have a problem with acne?
No.
See,
No.
he's a very handsome guy.
Both Samantha
Chip
and
off the
Benjamin.
old block.
Well,
would you say that?
I could say
You
that.
proud of Ben?
Oh, most definitely. I'm proud of both my kids.
And
that's an easy question.
Yeah,
speaking of Ben, the weekly Dion will air tonight right after Matt Connaughton's Unleashed in the afternoon.
Yes, it will.
And you guys have a big show tonight. We don't want to say. I don't want to give anything away.
Ben's not giving up much. He only told me the guest we have is Tim Baines, which is great.
39,
a little bit.
39-year-old Alderman Tim Baines.
Yes. Just the.
When is he going to be 40?
We don't know that. We could.
Lordy.
We could find out.
Try to find that out.
I'll try.
A special question from me. Because maybe we could celebrate like Eric's having a birthday party.
Yeah, maybe we could jam Eric up.
Right. We'll tell Eric that Alderman Baines' birthday is on May 1st, and we're celebrating
That'll
his
kill him.
birthday instead of his.
That would kill him.
We're
Really,
gonna pull
really.
some prank off.
Yeah, Ben's planning something. I think he's been pretty, close to the vest about it. So I don't know.
Oh, it's a birthday edition weekly Dion.
Quite possibly.
Oh,
yes,
okay.
yes. I'm
All
not
right.
sure about that. I don't want to label as that.
You should.
but
You know what?
I'll be in the green room.
I'm trying to avoid this at all costs.
You should really take this turning 70 and just own it, man.
Oh yeah.
You have to anyway, right?
Yeah.
There's nothing you can do
I
about
can't
it.
do anything about it.
That's a good
And you're the
tidbit
same,
of
and you're
advice.
going to be the same person on Saturday, or Saturday is the actual day.
It's Saturday. Yeah. I'm the same
420.
guy Sunday.
It's true because everyone's got that. I don't want to turn 50. I don't want to turn 40. But you know what? You wake up and you're still the same person.
Yeah, you're the same person.
Most definitely. And I think part of my situation is I feel good. If you feel good, the number is irrelevant.
Right.
It could be 80, 90, 100, whatever it is.
Look,
No, I
I'm not
hear
going
you.
to float your boat any more than it needs to be floated. But there are a lot of people that would like to look like you at a lot younger.
I'd like to know why.
I would like to say almost.
I think it's what he says. I think he laughs. I think laughter is everything.
Oh, I do too.
Because if you're not
The
laughing,
best medicine in the world.
it really is, and it's proof right there in the Darryl pudding.
That's true.
Ooh, and I like pudding. I don't know about the Darryl pudding. But
Darryl
Like,
pudding,
what would-
yeah, I don't know about that.
Look, let me. Yeah.
it's kind of
Sounds gross.
Anything pudding sounds gross.
Peter pudding, no.
Whoa.
The proof is in the
What a
pudding.
gross
Take
word,
that
pudding.
film off the pudding.
Right. The proof is in the pudding.
Yeah, no more pudding.
The pudding's in your pants.
Almost.
Easy.
I'm getting there.
Yeah,
Oh,
for me,
groovy,
the
baby.
speed with which it's happened is the thing I'm most I could say confused because it's happened so damn fast.
What, your Manchester fame?
No,
Oh.
getting to 70.
Right.
Yeah.
That, and I have a really good memory of the past through pictures and videos and various things. But I remember a lot, which keeps me grounded. I think
Right.
I don't step out of my own comfort zone.
Do you ever, one thing my grandfather did is he wrote a memoir, and he's gone, but I haven't gotten through it all. And I look forward to, have you ever considered, some kind of just looking at the pictures and kind of writing down your thoughts on the pictures?
Most definitely.
Like, you have the picture, but here's what here's my emotional reaction to that picture.
Right.
I think that would be good to leave down, and I bet your kids would love that.
I've been thinking about it, and I'm probably going to do it. I have to assemble my thoughts and memories, and create
that would be wonderful.
And do it for them, not like
kind of create your own slideshow for your funeral, like when you walk in.
It's not a bad idea. You get it all worked out,
right? So then you don't. That burden's not on the kids.
You got that date planned?
No, I don't.
You can even narrate it like a book on tape. Like,
I mean, you can add.
Here I am in the Poconos.
Right. You can add to it still.
Oh, right.
But have it all done so you can add to it.
Sounds a little morbid.
It is morbid.
It's very morbid, but life is like that. I mean, if you make people laugh at your funeral, I mean, what are they doing? They're leaving. Saying, man, what a guy.
I want to do that for sure.
Like, obviously, I want people to be sad because I'm vain like that. But if you can be like, people leaving and smiling, that's it. That's the end game.
People's memory of me would be great.
Mike and I can only make it to the wake. We're not going to go to the service the next day.
Unless there's a slideshow. I'll go if there's a slideshow.
Okay.
Right. Yes.
Okay. That's enough of that.
That's a real downer.
Oh, man. Woo-wee.
But you're laughing about it, and that's the good part.
You gotta.
Right. Nobody gets out of here alive, folks.
Literally.
Right.
Oh, I got to tell you, I forgot the story.
Okay.
I had to do some wash yesterday, and this is a story
Some
about
laundry.
Yes,
right?
and this is about money.
What old people call laundry.
Right. Right. I'm going to do I'm going to do the wash right after I put out the rubbish.
So I assembled the clothing, and we're going to call this story. It's called money laundering.
Okay. Ooh, I like it. Did you? Okay.
Yeah, I washed the wallet.
Oh, okay.
Which sucks at the time.
Oh man, I
good thing your license is laminated.
Oh, it's a good thing. So I pull it out. I'm going, are you kidding me? Where's my brain? So I take it out. I had to take all. There wasn't a lot of cash. I had to take it all cash and lay it out so it would dry out. The worst part was drying out the actual wallet.
Right.
It took all day, but it worked. I'm going to buy a new wallet though.
You're going to have to.
Yeah.
Take what's in the wallet, but let me keep the wallet, because a lot of wallets have sentimental meaning.
That's right. It may be your grandfather's old wallet.
No, it's not.
Right.
I'm going to chuck it.
What's better than finding a 20 in your jeans, though?
Oh, right.
Oh my God.
Always great.
It's
Always
like, whoa. Like, because you don't realize you lost it at the time, and I don't do the wash as much as I should, probably.
Right. Is that what that smell is?
No. It's not. That was Eazy-G on the way out.
All right. Oh boy. Okay. So you know what's funny? When I came in this morning, it was beautiful sunrise. It was beautiful out this morning, and now it's kind of misting out, kind of gray.
I think Eric said it might have been misting. Yeah.
Yeah. I don't know.
Yeah. There's a feeling of
doom,
dreariness. Not doom.
No, we don't need any doom.
Yeah, we call it the doom of the day.
It's like Picasso's blue period.
All right.
Really.
We will be right back. The morning show continues.
You're listening to Peter White. Call us at 250-6007. It's the morning show.
Wake up, Manchester.
All right, wake up, everybody. Good morning, Manchester. It's the morning show. We are back here with Mike Gonzales today.
Good morning, Manchester.
And, of course, we have the very wonderful and very handsome Darryl Dion here today.
Apparently very old. Good morning.
Good morning.
You're not really very old. I mean, I don't consider you.
That's the number.
But it's just fun to do.
Yeah,
not very old.
Right.
It's the number. I don't feel that. I feel 40.
But the number's old.
Right.
Yeah, the number's weird. It's just a weird number.
My grandmother,
crooked.
My grandmother always said too, you still feel like you're whatever. Your mind is the same as it was when you were in your 20s or 30s. I mean, but your body changes.
Honestly, I think my mind is more is better because I've been reading more. I think I read 10 books in 2018.
Right. Yeah, I
loved it.
He's been nose deep into the Pentagon Papers,
really?
Gonzo. Yes.
Yeah,
Very
I love my iTunes book.
Right.
App, like listening to books, but reading I just fall asleep. But
I've been loving it. I've always loved reading.
You need some. Eric's going to have some melatonin. Do you need a couple?
No.
No.
Really? Because I think he was on Adderall this morning.
Yeah, I don't know.
Jesus, what was up with him?
Whoa.
He's all right.
I felt really bad after I told that story about the woman in Denver.
What, when you told him to shut up during your report?
Jeez. Oh,
Right,
I didn't
you just-
think I'd get that reaction. I mean, it's a horrible thing to happen, but think
But
of
then-
all
then-
the lives that it saved.
And then he went on a rant about suicide
Exactly.
and made it worse.
Yeah, I got that was a little downer.
It was a downer. It took us about, I'm glad we're talking about it. It took us an hour to come out of it.
We're back.
We are back here.
Yes.
And don't forget, I want to mention again on Friday, May 3rd, will be the Seeds of Hope fashion event, all to benefit cancer patients, the Norris Cotton Cancer Foundation. And that's going to be on May 3rd. We're going to have the big crew in here on that Friday morning. And then it should be a great day. We're looking forward to it. So
How much are tickets?
$50.
Going to the show.
That's right.
$50. That's a night out. That's what you spend on a night out. And I'm sure it's going to be
can't wait. I can't wait for it.
hilarious and fun.
Yeah, we got Mike Doyle going, I think. Eazy-G's going. Daryl's going. Should be a good time.
I
I'm looking
think
forward to it.
Matt bought a couple tickets yesterday.
Yeah, Matt Connerson?
I think
No,
Cochane.
Oh,
Shane.
yeah, Matt. Yeah, okay.
I
Taking
he
his
bought a
old lady,
couple
I
tickets.
think.
Yeah,
Him and his old lady.
Yeah.
she's not that old.
Right.
Just so you know.
Do you ever call your significant other old? Do you say my old lady
Well,
at home?
no, she's 10 years my younger. So
Right.
Yeah.
Oh, so she's still in high school.
no. Although it's funny you say that. Like she says, you still act like you're 21. So that makes her 11.
Right.
Well, an interesting
But
story.
Go ahead, Darryl.
About my first marriage. I got married at 20. Kathy, my second and longtime love and forever love.
Sure.
She was 12 when I got married the first time. That's
Wait,
that whole story.
you didn't
is
know her
weird.
though, right?
No.
Okay.
She
No.
lived in Kathy lived in the same neighborhood as I did.
Oh, really? But,
Yeah.
But you just didn't really run into her too much because different.
She was on a bike. I was in a car. Come on.
That's right. You had long hair. Her parents were probably
He's
saying,
the guy
Her
following
father.
her.
Her father was my mailman.
right, stay away from that
Yeah.
guy with the long wavy hair.
That guy following you in the car on your bike
Yikes.
with the long hair.
I heard about him. He goes to that St. Anthony's.
He's gonna marry you one day.
Yeah, really. Wow.
But it's funny to think about that
It
because
really is weird.
my wife grew up in the North End. I grew up in the North End, and there's gotta be times. It has to be times where we walked by each other and had no idea, because her parents know my parents. I know I know everybody in her life, and they all warned her about me, and she still married me.
They warned her. Wow.
No,
Why would they
said
warn
what
you,
a,
though?
no, they said what a great athlete in high school I was.
Right.
That's all they said.
Something to hang your
You
hat
were
on.
yeah. What? And after high school, it all fell apart.
Hey man, I still have that.
Okay.
Still have that.
I know. I hear you.
No, I'm still a great athlete.
Okay.
Absolutely.
Really? What sports do you play now?
I'm just saying I could
Oh, okay.
if I wanted to.
All right.
Yeah, sadly, those days are gone. I was an athlete, but
I mean, I'm not putting goalie equipment on and playing ice hockey.
See, I wouldn't say I was ever a real athlete. I would say no. I did play some basketball.
You play ball did you play high school ball?
Not really.
No.
No.
Not really, as in
Pickup games?
never.
Yeah, pickup games. I played in 6th grade.
Okay.
Played on 2 teams, actually. The great Chandler School basketball team of 1982.
And you were the giant.
No, I didn't even start. That's how sucky I was. I told the story yesterday about throwing that foul shot with a girl that moved to Parker Varney.
Right. The distraction.
Those are my basketball memories.
Well, I tell you, it really takes the next step. When you're like 13 and you want to keep playing baseball or something, and you realize I have to try out for this high school team, and you're trying out with seniors, and like you're like, either I got it or I don't. And a lot of kids won't try out because they realize I'm just not there, man.
Right.
I'm just not there yet. And if you do try out, though, they might take a flyer on you, and then 1 year of high school sucking will make you greater as a sophomore. So
absolutely
try out. Try out.
Oh,
That's what a lot of people don't try out because they're like, what's the point? I'll just get cut. But you're right. Like
those guys are better than me.
When you ask them if you played high school, like there's a step. You have to make a decision. Am I
that one guy on the team says I suck?
Right. Which even if you do suck, the coach knows you're gonna suck, but he needs people your age to try out because you're the next generation, you know?
Right.
Not everyone's like highly clouded.
I also
coming up.
played for St. Joseph's, CYO.
Oh, you played CYO?
Oh, yeah. Sat on the bench with Tom Villamure. I told that story yesterday, too, because we were big ABBA fans.
Yep. Abba Dabba Doo.
Right. We like the song Take a Chance.
Take a chance.
Right.
You know what I thought was weird? You said that free throw story. Remember Teen Wolf at the end?
I do.
When the guy's doing the free throws to win the game, but he's just sitting there. So Michael J. Fox is at the line, but the guy's sitting there on the baseline staring at him, the opposing team guy who stole the girlfriend from.
Oh, okay.
And he's just looking at him. I'm like, that was Peter White's girl standing there on the baseline in his head. Yeah, I went right to Teen Wolf.
Right. Well, it's funny though. It's an interesting story because when I was telling it yesterday, you know, when I tell a story like that, I can really go back to that day. And I can picture the lights at the gym over at Beach Street School. And it was just, I don't know.
You tend to remember those moments.
Yeah. I don't know. And we sucked. Chandler School was the worst. I'm going to tell you, the start. I don't even remember the starting five, but I know Steve Richard was on the team. He started. Lenny Pappas was on the team. Mike Hennessy was the center. And, yeah, I sat on the bench.
Did you get any minutes at all?
I did. I remember Mr. Rooney yelling at me saying, cover this guy. And I'm like, I am.
And you told me you didn't have a blanket.
And you didn't yell at Mr. Rooney.
No.
But I did because the guy was driving me crazy. You know, I am covering him. Mr. Rooney.
Yeah, they don't yell at their coaches now. They just tell their parents, and then they go to the administration, and then they handle it that way. They backdoor their coaches now.
Probably got a note
that's the way it is. Yeah, that's the way it is now. There's no actually head-to-head confrontation anymore. You don't.
Well, that's good.
There's no. No, it's not good. It's all done behind the scenes. Like there's no talking anymore.
Oh, okay. You don't settle it on the court?
No. You harness your feelings, and then you tell your mommy, and then she goes and gets the coach in trouble.
Yeah, okay. I'm glad I'm not, well.
No, you are glad you're not because I see it.
Right.
I live it. I see it. It sucks.
Well, now, did you play a varsity sport? Did you letter in any sports?
I played 3 sports for 4 years, so I got 10 out of 12 letters, and I played 12 seasons.
Really?
I had 4 days off.
Did you have a Letterman sweater?
I had the jacket.
Really?
But I didn't wear it. It wasn't cool back then. Now Justin Bieber made it cool again.
Right. We used to have these corduroy Central jackets with your name on the sleeve.
Yeah,
You're a corduroy, man.
You get the pins. You put the pins on the letter, and then I had the whole thing. But it was cool to not wear your jersey on Jersey Day back when I was there. So when you go to promote a Friday night game and all the team wears their jersey, it was cool to be the guy they knew played football,
right?
But didn't wear the jersey,
right? Look, he didn't even wear his jersey.
Yeah,
the rebel with the cause. His Gonzo. He doesn't even care.
But I know he plays football.
Right. He's a star.
Wow, he doesn't care. He's like Randall Pink Floyd.
Right. No kidding. Sports, everybody. I loved high school, though. I guess when you go back and think about it, I don't think I cared for it as it was going on. But you know, what's wrong with high school?
There's nothing wrong with high school sports because, like I said,
or just high school.
The reason
general.
I went to class is because the fear of God was put into me by my teachers. Like Ian. Not to mention, if you get in trouble, Mr. Sanderson will walk right in your class and call you out in front of everyone.
Right.
You get a D on your report, he'll come in and wave it in front of your face like a dog pooping on the floor.
But he'd basically make a spectacle of you in front of other students.
Yeah.
Total embarrassment.
Yeah.
Right. I don't think that's good. I don't like that.
No, that's not good.
Well, it was okay for people like me who ran with a different crowd. So I would have my sport friends and I'd have my other 420 friends.
420. That date is coming up.
And it's very easy to get caught up in that. But if you really love your sport, you're going, hey, guys, I got to get out of here. I got to go. I got to practice. I got to go.
Absolutely.
Oh, where you going, man? But I got to go.
Big football star.
Yeah, look at you. But, that's what you did because you could have your friends.
Yeah, see, Gary Hobbs, good morning, in the Facebook Live room. He remembers the corduroy jackets from our era in high school.
Wow.
And they really were legitimate corduroy jackets,
Yeah.
and you got them at the Barrett's House of Hockey over there on Maple Street.
Yeah, dude. I remember.
Wow.
That was your championship jacket you'd get, like a quarter.
It was corduroy, and it had your name on it.
It was puffy.
Oh, it was puffy, all right.
And the puffy sleeves?
Yeah.
And it actually
the puffier
came,
the better.
and it wasn't that long either, so it was
No.
like right down,
like
right where you're, right at the end of your
And it
belly.
had patches on it
I don't know. They weren't that great though.
I
Circle
like the
patches.
3/4 length, you know?
with sleeves that were tight.
Right. All right. Say good morning to Stephanie in the Facebook live room. Janice Bresnahan, good morning to you. Miriam Banish is also still in there. And, of course, Gary Hobbs, Debbie Lorendo, Angela Philbrook, good morning, good morning, good morning. So we have a few, I guess we have a few minutes left. I don't know. What year did you graduate high school, Mike?
95.
Oh, see, so that's not too far off of me. I was 1988.
Right. Not too far, but pretty far.
Oh, what year were you? 95?
Yeah, 95, but no, 96 I graduated. I think 95 because football, that was our state championship.
All right, you played football for
But
5
that's
seasons.
a different calendar year, so
You played football for 5 seasons?
4 years.
Over at
4 years. 4 years. But I wish I could play another.
Oh, yeah.
Right.
Yeah, yeah. Well, sadly, the only organized football I played was Pop Warner.
Oh, really?
I love football, but it just didn't work out. I played 1 year of varsity baseball, but
I'm going to be honest with you. I never understood football until I was in my 20s. Like I could not,
it's a violent sport.
It's different. Yeah, it is a violent. I actually coach football. I coach the East Cobras, and I coach 8th graders.
I've
And
actually
I played for East.
It's that year going into high school, and I tell them, I go, look, if you're committed, like I just want you to know, if you think we're mean, you just wait. You just wait till you go to double sessions in August, and we'll see how that goes.
I've seen Mike in action with the Cobras over at
I love it.
Over at Bedford High School.
I love it, and it's
right.
Yeah, that's right. You did see me.
Right. We the Bedford crushed you.
They
that wasn't nice.
They kicked our ass. Bedford is good at football, and you know what it is? They start young, and then that's why their high school team wins every year.
Do they?
Yeah. Their parents give a crap. They eat the breakfast in the morning. They get the night of sleep before.
Well, everybody can eat breakfast in the morning.
Yeah, but you know what? They don't. Not the Manchester kids, unfortunately.
Did you have breakfast this morning?
It all comes down to parents who give a crap.
Right. Exactly.
That's true.
You know, I drink my breakfast sometimes, Peter.
Really? You drink it? Okay.
Yeah, right before I bring my wife to work. My pregnant wife. No, just kidding.
Yeah, I'm really now the days. You're really counting down.
I do. I have the
here.
app and everything.
Okay. Now, are you ready to? Are you really, really ready to?
No.
See what happens.
I'll give you the honest answer. No, I'm not ready, but I've never been ready for anything, but I've always been successful, and I know that.
Right, because you have to do it.
I know that love will, like the Eagles said, love will keep us alive. You know, like love really does.
Did the Eagles really say that?
Love will keep us alive.
Oh, okay, yes.
Yeah.
Really? Really?
Yeah,
Okay.
Henley said that. I don't know if Joe Walsh agreed, but no, honestly, like if you like a kid whether they remember, like no one remembers being a baby, but if you don't love your baby, it's not going to turn out right. Like
it's not going to turn out right. What's going to happen to it?
Well, it's going to not have the light in it. You need that light. You need that. And every day turns into tomorrow. Just because you don't remember 10 years ago, there's still one day at a time, and it makes you who you are. And I feel like if I just love, stick to the script. Well, that's another thing. So
change the diaper.
I YouTube advice on what to do,
Right.
and it basically the key to that you can't get annoyed by that sound. If you look at that sound like it's adorable, it's not gonna bother you.
I don't know.
But you can't be like, "Someone shut that baby up." You can't be like
that's
that.
how I feel.
Right.
No, you can't. You have to be like, "Aw."
There will be times. There will be times.
There will be times.
I'm not gonna let it. Not gonna let it.
Well, I don't know. It definitely can test you.
I'm sure it can. You know what it is, though? It's not. You're not mad at the baby. You're mad at yourself for not doing enough to make the baby suck. So
Right.
it all comes down to guilt, I guess. You know, like.
I like to say it's 6 weeks of madness once you bring the baby home.
You know, there's
Absolute
no,
madness. You take the baby.
Yeah,
you
really.
take the baby.
Well,
It's your
It doesn't
turn.
come with a playbook. Parenting does not come with a playbook.
Well, actually, Darryl, it does. There is a book out there
Yeah,
called
YouTube.
"What to Expect When You're Expecting."
Yeah, that book's useless. I tried it.
Yeah.
Really?
And,
Well, you're not expecting. That's why. It's not for you.
I tried listening to it, and it just didn't.
No. No.
So I got the Beastie Boys book instead.
Molto bene. Molto bene.
Right. Stephanie says the coolest people you'll ever meet are your children, which makes a lot of sense.
I remember my mom looked at me and said, "You know, I love you because I have to, but I like you though." And I didn't get it at the time, but it stuck with me. And like
There's a difference.
It's a good mom.
It made it was a nice thing to say.
It was probably the same week
At the time, I didn't care, but now I will never forget
It
it.
was probably the same week she sent in the cut slip for. Right? It could be, right?
She probably covered for me a lot too. So
You know, the love you
She didn't
have.
cover for me.
The love you have is unconditional.
She probably your mom.
Right.
Your mom wouldn't remember me. I don't think.
probably not.
Because I was I just kind of kept my mouth shut in that class because it was accounting and there. I don't know.
And you were the freshman in the back at study.
No, I actually had the accounting. I was a sophomore, but there were a lot of juniors in that class. So I was like, oh boy, juniors are in the class.
Yeah, but
Did they abuse you?
No.
Good.
And believe it or not, it was in the same classroom where my homeroom was. So, boom, Sal Toscano, and then, no, it was Mrs. Gonzales, right?
yeah, Mrs. Gonzales sometimes.
Zales. Yeah.
I don't want to go down that.
Yeah, I do.
I don't.
Now, what is that? Now,
I don't know. I don't.
Why would you say it
I don't
like
know.
that?
I heard it on the intercom one day. And I'm like, what the hell is going on here?
Who's that?
Yeah.
Who's Miss Gonzales?
I don't know that lady.
Yeah, really.
But to go back to the unconditional thing you said, and I heard you guys talking about it earlier this week, would you, if your son was a murderer, would you still love him? And like a lot of people are on Jerry Remy's case because his son is doing time in prison for murder, but he's still on the air and people love Jerry. He has a hot dog place that people love, but
the Rem dog.
But I bet he does. But I bet he doesn't like his son.
He may not.
He still loves him, but I bet he doesn't like it. So when you say to your kid, "I like you," as well as you don't realize you like is the first step to love. No, it's not.
No.
Love is way different.
Yeah, most
way
definitely.
differently.
And I agree with you totally.
Yeah, and to buddy up and laugh and stuff. That's liking someone. Because you can love someone. Unfortunately, you love them.
Right.
In some instances,
Yeah.
yes.
Yeah.
Love is all around.
There's different versions of love. There's unconditional love, and then there's
Right. Now
to
with your
love.
kids though, it's unconditional love. I mean, you can't help it.
Oh, I can't help watching him move in the stomach. Like I legit put a half hour of my day aside because I'm like, all right, time to go hang out with my kid.
Do we know what sex the baby is going to be?
It's a boy.
Oh,
you already know. Cool.
Yeah, we know. We did the test.
Really?
Right when you could do the test.
Why'd you want to know?
I just wanted to know whether to
paint the room blue or pink.
No, my sneakers paint blue or pink.
Right. It's a girl.
Yeah, well, we wanted a girl because she was a cheerleader, and I thought it'd be the nicest. But I'm actually glad it's a boy because
yeah, that's cool, man.
I don't know. I mean, how many shots do you get at this? And now,
well, it depends how many kids you have.
The Gonzales name will be passed on.
Right. Yes. Now, what will you name this bundle of joy?
We're gonna call him Micah, not Mike. I wanted Mike.
Right, Micah.
She's like,
Micah Gonzales.
You can't have
Micah
freaking
Gonzales.
have a junior. And I'm like, well, all right. And then she came up with it because a lot of my art has glitter in it, and literally everywhere I go, I leave glitter.
Right.
So he's gonna have glitter on him, so we might as well be Micah.
Really?
And it's like Mike.
No, it's not like Mike.
Oh, I'm gonna call him Mike.
Then why wouldn't you just name him Mike?
Because his name is Micah. For the wife, Peter. I just did what you want.
Micah.
It's for Michelle.
Micah. Now, wouldn't that be a girl's name?
No, it's not.
No,
it's
Micah.
the guy's name.
I think it's a guy's
You've heard it. How many Micahs do you know, Darryl?
He's a boy, so he's the guy's
Zero.
name. Right, and that's what the wife wanted.
In addition to that, the name Darryl is Darryl Hannah. She's a woman.
Thank you. And Peter, that's a girl's name.
Right. Peter is not a girl's name.
Never will be.
No.
Well, you know what? I get some pushback on this name, of course.
Micah?
Of course, you get the pushback on a name like Micah.
What does Mrs. Gonzales say about the name?
Loves it.
Really?
Most people hate it. Gorman hates it.
Of course.
Gorman's like, bro.
Right.
No, you're just setting him up to get his ass kicked in school every day. What do you think, bro? And I'm like, you know what? Hey, if he gets his ass kicked, he gets his ass kicked.
Right.
He'll learn to. After a while, they'll stop because he's gonna
Maybe it's
learn karate.
maybe after this though, maybe it'll be one of those most popular names.
I'm sure I will. I've always been a trendsetter. Always have been.
Micah.
M-I-C-A.
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 Mika. Mika.
Like the rock, like the mineral. So me and my wife went on a date, our like second date ever.
I think I'm with Gorman on this one.
That's good. That just really stamps it that I'm doing it. But we went on a walk and we took this turn and we walked on this field of mica. It was like our second date ever. And there was so much mica you couldn't even gather it. It was just
You're kidding.
shiny. It was seen from like Twilight, like Edward in the Sun.
I thought the only way you could get mica was to peel it off a rock.
So I don't know what happened. Someone smashed a whatever. And it's funny because it said there was a line in the dirt that said, if you cross this point, you will die. I swear to God. So we kept walking for some weird reason.
Why would you do that?
I don't know why we kept walking, but we did.
You challenged.
And then I'm like, yeah, okay, let's see about that. And we see all this mica. It was like Goonies when they walked into the ship. And we're like, wow. So we grabbed as much as we could. Not one-eye willies. But
right.
But then it's always been a thing. We've always had mica as a theme kind of. And then it when you're in love and you do, you have inside jokes.
Right, of course.
For sure.
Little nuances.
That nobody else gets.
Right, little nuances. And that's mica's kind of a nuance for our growing relationship.
Till it's not funny anymore.
But that's why no one gets the story because it's for us. It's not for you.
It's personal. Personal.
Right. But it's an unconventional name. But what do you want me to do? Aiden, Braden, Layden, or Jaden?
Well, okay.
Because that's basically
there's plenty of names out there.
half my football team.
Peter's a good name.
You don't see many Peters, do you?
No, not anymore.
Has
Do you?
anybody ever named their kid Peter in the last 10 years?
Oh, I you know what? Maybe. I'm sure.
I doubt it. Find me one.
Find you a Peter?
I bet
That's
there's more Micahs than
less than-
Peters.
Maybe. I don't know. That's a good
now.
question.
I know Darryl isn't used anymore.
No. When I was born, there wasn't any.
You were the Micah of your time.
Probably.
Right.
There was, my father named me after Darryl F. Zanuck, who was a movie producer of the day.
Really? Not
And-
Daryl Hannah.
No.
From Splash.
I'm older than her.
Okay.
And the 50-foot woman.
Right.
The 50-foot woman. And then the second person I found out who had Darryl was Darryl Hickman from Dobie Gillis.
Okay.
And then the Newhart show.
Oh, yeah, that wasn't pleasant.
Don't forget
No.
Daryl.
That must have sucked because that was hot.
yeah.
That was a big show at
It
the
was
time.
huge.
Daryl Hall.
Daryl, and Daryl.
And I got a brother named Larry, which
You
is
must have hated
even
that.
more interesting because the other brother was named Larry.
Oh, see, I didn't know that.
Wow.
You didn't know.
No.
Yeah, pretty much we couldn't hang out at the time.
Oh.
As your brother Darryl, oh, my other brother Darryl.
You must have heard that a lot.
Oh, man, I left the job because of it.
I know. That's funny.
Really.
I've had enough.
You've had a lot of jobs. though.
Enough. Oh, yeah, I've had a lot.
You're just looking for different excuses to
Absolutely.
leave your job.
Absolutely. Yeah. Hearing this Darryl and Darryl crap.
Enough with the Daryl, right?
Yeah, really.
And then I'm out of here. That's what you say.
It's it. You.
Well, I wish you the best of luck, Mike. I can't wait. Will you give us updates once the baby comes
Yeah,
into
we're gonna do the morning show live from the delivery room. I think.
Oh boy.
Well, you can call in. That would be great.
I'll call in. I should call in.
That would be wonderful.
You could call in from the room.
Yeah, I'm not calling in. I have
Why
way
wouldn't you
more on
call
my
in?
plate than the freaking morning show.
Well, what do you mean?
It's just suggestion.
Look. It's not my life, okay, guys.
Right, come
it's
on.
my Thursday. It's not my life.
If it's a Thursday, will you do it?
If it's on a Thursday, I'll call because that's my time.
When is that? Well, now, technically, any time this could happen.
I mean, you know what? She's always saying, look at this guy. I was born, so
Oh.
What is it, 4 weeks?
It's fully developed, ready to go. It's probably got hair. It's probably every.
Really? Big
If it was born today, it would be a baby, a regular baby with no problem.
Right.
But my thing is, there's a reason they say it takes so long. So I know it wanted out of there.
You got to keep it in the oven.
It's looking, and it is running out of room.
Yeah.
You can see. It's like, I want out of here.
Right. See, I would.
And I'm like, oh, I feel bad for him. Like, get him. But he's not ready. He'll come out when he's ready. Any Gonzales will tell you, like, I'll do what I want.
Well, that's going to be great. And your mom is excited? Will this be her first grandchild?
No. My brother has a child.
Okay.
And, he's excited.
Name what?
Tyler.
Tyler.
Yeah, more this day's age.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's some Tylers out there.
There's a lot of Tylers.
Yeah.
But Tyler's a great kid. Love him. And he's psyched. He's super psyched.
Okay, that's pretty cool. I really am. I wish you the best. I think it's going to be great, and I want you to keep us posted on the trials and tribulations of being a new dad.
The baby shower Sunday.
A new dad at 40 years old.
Yeah. Eazy-G will be an appearance. No, just kidding.
He's going to the shower,
taking selfies and doing fist pumps.
Right. No autographs, though.
No autographs.
No autographs.
Yeah,
well, I got to say goodbye to everyone in our Facebook live room this morning. Thank you for tuning in. We will be back tomorrow. It's our last day before we go on vacation. So have a good day.